And there's always a fisherman in the most inappropriate places. Like a couple of times when I was going to headlands and I'm against the tide, and they were like two fishermen there, and they just like look at you like, oh, what's that loser doing? It's you battling to try and get through. So anyway, there's this fisherman right on the point. So I'm kind of going along because I'm kind of thinking, because it's a kilometre long. I knew it was I did about 750 that way. So trying to work out what 250, where this guy was. He's like, all right? I said, yeah, all right. He said, what are you up to? And I'm not going to start explaining to him that I have to, and I tried to do this earlier, and then I'm coming back because it would have been way too complicated. So I just said, I'm going to Torquay. Torquay? I said, yeah, I'm doing a world record attempt going to Torquay. It's a bloody long way. Yeah, it's a bloody long way, yeah. So then I kind of, that's the distance. So I got about 10 metres past him, turn around, and obviously start going back the other way. He said, what are you doing now? I said, I've changed my mind. He was like, I thought you would, especially dressed like that. I was like, what do you mean dressed like this? And that was it. He was just like, I thought you would. Changed my mind. So then I'm paddling back. And heaven knows what he's thinking there. So that bloke was going to Torquay and then he just changed his mind. There we go. Fisherman fall. So last night I came out of Wales and crossed the Dee behind me. As you can see, there's not much water in it now, but there's a lot more water last night when I came across. It was super exciting for me to circumnavigate Wales, especially to do it as quickly as we did. It started off fairly slow because of the conditions, but then the last 4 or 5 days we had miracle wind and tides all kind of clicking into place, which meant that I had to paddle harder than I've probably ever paddled before to make sure I hit all those important gateways, tidal gateways, weather windows. And it did seem to go on forever. Every day I had to hit that point to make sure I could hit the next point the next day, and so on and so forth. To get through the Menai Straits and to do that aspect was the most technical paddling I've ever done, and the most planning for paddling I've ever done to make sure all those boxes are ticked. And it was done safely. And that's why last night I was able to come across the Dee. I actually started the crossing at 9:05 last night because the conditions were perfect for that crossing. Even though obviously I was going to come in the dark, I again had all the provision put aside to make sure it was still a safe crossing, and got to England last night. So we had a fabulous first night in England with some fantastic local hospitality here in the Wirral. And I just want to say on that note that Wales has been amazing. The campsites we stayed at, people offering so much support and guidance and food and showers and hose pipes, all these sort of luxuries in life we were given in Wales with a massive smile and the traditional Welsh hospitality. So thank you, Wales, you've been absolutely superb. Loved doing the Welsh part. Back in England now, and let's see how many days we're in England before we get to Scotland.